wears these headphones? Like,
I mean,
always so twisted.
Yeah,
every time I get to them.
We Tiffany twisted Mercedes-Benz, etc. Look at this. This is egregious. Who allows this to happen? Certainly not us. But
who's? I can't sit here with them like this.
Oh, I know. No, I will be fiddling with this. Hey everyone, it's Rhythm Café here on the mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. I didn't see you come in because we got coils to deal with, and that's what we're doing today.
We got some boys who keep jumping up and down on the chairs, so I get broken chairs.
Monkeys,
yeah, I'm
tell
definitely blaming them.
Monkeys.
I don't know who's the headphone person, but I'll find you.
Who is the headphone person?
I will find you.
Hopkin Green Frog, I'm sure.
Okay, I think I got most of it.
But yeah, it's your friendly neighborhood rhythm game show with your friendly neighborhood rhythm header.
Gamers.
Yes.
Rhythm gamers.
God, that's the one time I will allow my.
We're gamers with a small G.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that we go, oh gee, we're gamers.
Don't hate the player.
No capital G gamers here. I don't know what that really means. I've heard this on a podcast a couple of times where people keep going on about how they are capital G gamers or they're not capital G gamers. I'm like, I get probably what you're going for, but I also don't care. See,
this is where I come into the discussion and say identity politics has gone too far. You want to call yourself what you are? That's fine. As a human being, great. No one's a gamer. No one is born a gamer.
Well, I mean, if they are, their umbilical cord's gonna come out like all twisted like this.
And then you start jumping on chairs and breaking shit, and it's
like every toddler I've ever seen.
So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some people.
I think everybody's actually
gamers.
Born a gamer, and we learned to get rid of that.
It's the social contract. Yes. Perfect. And we brought it back around.
Once you get learning that like half A press, you know where your boundaries are. I don't know where we're going with this.
Oh wow, yeah, no.
I regret nothing and everything. It's a state of mind.
The existential crisis that one goes through when one realizes that yes, I do know what half A press means, and this means nothing to 90%. 99.98% of the people ever born will never know what half an A press means. And you will say that with authority to someone, and they will say, okay. And then, you'll have to trade for water because that's going to be a...
Oh, no. No. Let's not go that dark. I've had a week, and I ain't doing that.
Well, in that case, let's go to somewhere a lot more comforting, and that's the wiki of Poppin' Music, because we are going to be playing... Everything is so loud all the time. Folks, we're playing Poppin' Music 6. Wait, what? Oh, no. It's time for the best hits!
That means the best characters, too, right?
Yes.
The best outfits.
Yes.
And the scariest things that we're gonna learn.
Best bunnies, best kitties, best bats. I think there are bats.
Oh, yeah, bats. That sounds right.
So this is kind of a, what do you want to call it? A compilation of the hits from Poppin' Music 1 through 6.
Right, so big, shiny Poppin' Music.
Yes. In my research for this, by the way, I did find sources for Poppin' Music's 14 through 19, which are arcade only, but we'll have to see if we're allowed to stream those.
It's always such a weird... You're never really sure sometimes with our rhythm games if we're able to stream them.
Is this allowed?
Is this gonna get us kicked off? Is this gonna be the one that has the music that's really super licensed?
The super licensed music, yes. The Pope's private stash.
Okay, so Derail, Massage Freaks.
Right, the game,
yes,
not the people.
No, the game, the weird game that we can never play because it is very much a hentai game. In that article, it said it had 50 songs. Do you think they actually made 50 songs, or it's all classical music?
Oh, that's a tough one. Because we have played some games that have provided their own music, and some of them fantastic. Whoever does the compositions for HAP, I would love them in every game. However, then you get things like the Demo series, or some of the other lesser Demo series, where you're getting a lot of original music that's. I don't think I've.
But you know the classical music is always the signifier in a rhythm game of like, we didn't have to pay for that. We didn't have to license.
We
that,
absolutely bought
right?
this as a license.
I just think it'd be really funny for a game that's about massaging somebody mentally out of their clothes, because supposedly their clothes never actually come off. If it's all classical music.
Okay, yes, I would guess that it could be, but I'm real now. If it is the case, I'm really curious to see what classical pieces they choose for it, for which portions.
It's fair.
Yes.
We're never gonna play it because that would be. I mean, personally, I'm just never gonna play it. I saw the video and I was like, no.
Absolutely not. While we are on the topic, though, and random trivia brings up an interesting point. So we did just put up Unskippable. Check it out over at LRRVG.
Yes.
Yes, LRVG. Or no, is that on the main channel? Anyway, we just put
Unskippable's on VG1 because that's the video game one.
Right.
And then we have LRRTT, which is the tabletop one. And both of those URLs actually work now.
Yes.
Which is nice.
LRTT just sounds like like the K-pop channel for me,
Well,
too.
I mean, we're just gonna call it LERT. Graham's gonna hate us for it, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yep.
And then we got Lermtug for the magic, where you can find your fun puffs. And then we have main channel, which is still crap shots, stream highlights, I think. Other stuff. I can't remember. My brain has been overloaded with where does thing go in new box now?
I will continue to always describe them as the premium, the freemium, the VODs, and now other VODs going to other places.
Right?
And the various VOD channels. Point being, we put up Unskippable where they're talking about the Neptunia game, or not the Neptunia, whichever the first one it was.
Terra Incognita.
Yes. And it all takes place in the mind of Frederick Chopin during a fever dream before he dies. And I just realized that to us then means that we're covering the whole spectrum of the life of Frederick Chopin, from his life to his dying minutes to his afterlife.
So much afterlife.
Oh yeah, the afterlife's the best part of Chopin's life. He gets a sweet whip.
Alright, back on topic. We're playing Pop Music Fest hits.
Yes, I suppose one of us should push the start button.
This controller doesn't say start on it.
That's right. There were some issues with the button machine, so we're going to be playing emulated on a controller this time. But I think it'll be an interesting exercise for us.
Sure. It's still an Xbox controller, which is the start button.
So
is it the hamburger?
What you got to do, Heather, is you got to treat this like a
like a glowy button?
like a keyboard. It is in fact a hamburger button.
Okay, cool.
You just got to do it blind. Remember in your mind where the buttons are.
I don't want to blindly touch hamburgers.
Let's get moving.
That is a loading ready live bit I would do. Blind hamburger.
Blind burger bonanza.
Yes, there we go.
There
Where
we
you
go.
have to. You're given all the ingredients for a burger. Everything's cooked, so you don't have to hurt yourself.
Yeah. No.
But you then have to assemble a burger and eat it on stream.
No, okay. 2 people facing off, each assembling a burger, feeding each other blindfolds the entire time.
Yep. We're done.
Yeah,
We've got
there
it.
we go.
Okay, remember that for the next meeting.
That's not gonna happen. Somebody remember for me.
Remind me about the blind burger thing for loading ready live.
What? Okay.
I think we should do normal.
Normal seems.
Yeah.
Beat non-stop.
Oh, I hit the B button. Okay.
Yeah, the B button
B
is the
button
circle
is
button.
where the circle button is. Oh, I hate Xbox controllers.
Bamboo.
Oh, I like that.
She's the timer.
How? Okay.
We
Okay.
elect
Definitely
We
5.
Yep. Now, thankfully, the bottom of the screen will tell you which buttons are pressable at any one time. Oh, yeah. Visual white birds,
Here we go.
as opposed to the invisible red birds.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're kind of like two overlapping T grids. God. I need to buy myself a light purple suit, because that way I can do 2 cosplays at once. Yakuza's Nishiki and this guy.
Okay, good. I was like, I don't. Purple's very common in a lot of anime.
Okay, we've got information on Yuli. He's a vampire who's been asleep for 200 years in a castle located in the northern part of the Martian Kingdom. Because he felt bored upon waking, he decided to start a band as a hobby.
Yeah, I mean that's how most hobbies get started. That's how all of my hobbies got started. I woke up dead and bored.
You are a vampire? What? Right, he's
I
hobbies.
mean, I play a vampire on TV.
You did?
On the internet?
Yeah.
It's TV these days.
It's enough. It's TV enough. Sure. Okay.
It's the TV we actually watch these days, let's be fair. Actually, I'm really excited for that because okay, every time I've played, because I've played a couple of like tabletop games here and there that are one-shot things that did not go very well, or I get into a board game or something and I go and I buy myself dice or a thing. Immediately, no one wants to play that game anymore.
Right.
And partway, while we were doing stuff, I bought myself some nice dice to play Vampire with because we're like, yeah, we're gonna play Vampire again. I'm like, great. And then it was like everything on the planet started to stop us from filming Vampire, and I was like, I'm cursed. I bought dice. I did a nice thing for myself, and now I will never be allowed to play this game again. So I'm very happy that that's been broken.
Oh, it's good, yeah. I definitely understand from that getting into X-Wing around the same time. Do you know how much Games Workshop charges for a set of dice?
I've never been able to get in there while they're open because I don't know their mystery hours.
Oh, they have very bad hours to begin with, but
How much dice?
$40.
How many dice do you get?
I think it's like 20?
20 dice, $40.
Yeah. The fanciness of them is they have your faction logo on them.
Oh. Isn't that like... Looks like, what, $4 a dice? No, $2 a dice?
Yep.
That's expensive?
I consider that expensive for a standard 6-sided die that aren't
okay.
clear or any special process.
D6s?
Yeah, just D6s
Yeah,
with a
okay.
logo on one of them.
Alright, fair.
So I've been printing out a lot of stuff.
I think they're plastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe that's fair. I mean, I had a hard time just finding D10s. Everyone's like, oh, you want dice. So you want a D20 and a D12 and a D10 and a D8 and a D4. I'm like, no, I want like a bunch of D10s that are all the same color. Oh, no, you don't want that.
I
I'm
do.
like, I do want that. No, nobody wants that. Okay, well, does anyone sell the D10s separately? We all had these really cool D20s.
Remember, Heather, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is the only game that has ever existed.
I really like VTM. I actually understand that. I tried D&D. I don't understand why everyone is interested in that many spreadsheets being spread across a million different pages and having to memorize all of that in order to do anything.
If there's one thing that I enjoyed about the Magic the Gathering system, it's reading the card explains the card.
Here we go.
Dreamy Penguin.
Definitely get the feeling of, get into thing, acquire accessories. Nobody is in this thing anymore. Sadness ensues. Mouse there. Kick boy's ass!
But yeah, I got like these sparkly midnight blue
Oh, nice.
D10s that have moons for the 10. So it's like the night sky.
Oh, that's
And then
so
I got
nice.
some rose quartz for my hunger dice. Because I figured my hunger could be pretty too.
Mm-hmm. And God, what's the word for colorly on theme?
I needed to get dice that didn't have the 0 on them anyway.
Oh, so you need to go from 0 to 10, or sorry, 1
Or
to 10.
what they go 1 to 10. The 0's technically supposed to be the 10.
Right, but you'd prefer to have your 10.
But I prefer having the 10. I have them replaced with moons.
Okay.
Because every time I see the 0, I'm like, oh, I rolled badly.
Yeah.
It messes with my brain.
I can understand that.
So, before when I had the dice that said the 0, Jacob seemed to think that I was just trying to make everything a messy crit on purpose. It was just me trying to understand, resort my brain into what the numbers were. Now that I don't have that, I do just stare at them longer to make him think that. Now it's on purpose. Now it's in my control.
Good.
Beautiful. Hey, we cleared a stage.
Nobody tell Jacob. I know you're all gonna do it anyway, but don't.
Okay. Good points.
We are great.
Yeah. In fact, we're gonna put down our no use. There we go. I'm writing beet, but let me tell you, the temptation to write beef is very strong. B-E.
I thought you were gonna go with bees.
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 I mean, we could just, write Beejin every time. Hey, beat poppin', poppin', poppin'. The beat poppin', 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 poppin'. Who do we have else here? This is a much smaller collection of people.
Well, it's the best of the best.
Wait a minute, no, we're just broken up by different kinds of Nyami and Mimis. Wacky!
They're probably set up by
A game?
the game, yeah.
All my favorites are here, though. That's the important thing. Let's bring back Fish Person. You know what? Yep.
You say all your all your favorites are here, and I don't remember most of these characters.
Oh, no!
Even though I do kind of remember them.
Oh no, I remember. Sumire is definitely a favorite. Mie is as well, the French girl with the beret.
I think
Here we go.
I think due to my poor memory of these characters, We're just gonna have to play more pop and music a little bit more often than we do.
Clearly, forever.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very big navel ring. It's about the size of a small donut given at State Fair.
Are you still talking about the navel ring?
Yes.
Because the lip piercing on the fish is bigger.
Maybe they're the same. I think due to the perspective effect, the fish mouth is closer to us.
I think they met by going to the same piercing studio.
Absolutely. The city in this game is clearly a small place. Small town. I'm very good at this game.
The fish apparently was quietly living and then was a freshwater fish that had been fished that day.
Mm.
Part of a band. A Japanese-made punk band.
Called Gyosen.
I don't know how I feel about the sentence, he is an observed figure which works hard in gill breathing in the ground. That's a weird... I don't know how I feel about that.
Yep, nope, that doesn't help me.
Ambient birds. Yeah, alright.
Here we go.
Birds are ambient.
Ah, Santa's ambient birds. I think what I like most about this game is the breadth of the characters that we have. You know, we've got cute Sanrio characters like Miami, Mimi, and Sunai, and then you also have Fishman and Vampire.
I mean, I still prefer a rhythm game that'll let me make costumes. However, if you're gonna have a lack of costumes and you're gonna make it up to me by giving me a ton of characters, I will accept that.
Yep.
Especially with a variety of characters.
Oh yeah, I respect the level of character development that's been put into the designs of these characters. That said, much like you, sometimes I like to revel in my lack of ability as a character designer. That was a nice ambient bird song. Birds.
Ambient.
I feel so good.
Nice work. You made the DJ feel okay. Power folk. Oh wait, no, we've already done the dreamy penguin. You know, yeah, Kang Tong, sure.
Here we go.
Okay, good. I would like some pork buns sometime. Is she just gonna be munching on that the whole time?
I mean, if you had one, wouldn't you?
No! Game, don't make me play that. Don't make me complicit in your racism.
Ling Ling. Born in Hong Kong. Likes panda goods, pork buns. Doesn't like rock, paper, scissors. That's a little empty compared to fish. Yeah. The game profile ain't less, you know, you gotta mention 4,000-year-old secret techniques of China and time spending with your panda.
Yep. But if she dances and plays, she becomes hungry.
Do we not all?
I've seen a cell phone case with that sort of message on it, but with Bobby Hill. It was study make me become hungry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's all good. Oh, there was a credit section.
We can't read it.
No, you're right. It would be improper. I mean, you're presented with Anzu, and you're just gonna keep going. I mean,
I'm
please
just
keep going.
curious.
Yeah.
Sandy. Poet.
Poet's good. Antonio.
If only my name could be Smile.
You'd be a ping pong.
KK. I don't remember KK Slider looking anything like that.
It's because what you didn't know about KK Slider is that he's actually an animorph. He just spends most of his time in animal form. Man.
We selection. We selection.
Anzu is perfect and deserves our trust.
Yes, absolutely. For the future.
Here we go.
For the future. Oh my god, he's got a guitar.
It might be young Chopin.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, yeah, if he bleached his hair, which he absolutely would in youth. Yeah, guitar solo! So Anzu is a talking frog who was adopted by a Japanese human family. Anzu is very intelligent and likes reading. Everyone was happy. Now you get to read about Ice.
Ice is a guitarist and is interested in hanging out with Timer and Shulky. Ice is a popular male, although he is shy about himself.
I feel so good.
When being taunted or seized by failure, Ice sometimes loses his temper as he breaks his own guitar. But Timer Shelky will soothe him down. Okay, so you got a friend group. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Should maybe consider not breaking your guitar. I don't know how many of those, or maybe you need to. Maybe you're the only person keeping the guitar alive. And by constantly breaking it and buying a new one,
You can really...
you can keep that economy going.
Oh, if you can keep guitars in production, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out about these sexy girls and their Tarashikute loneliness.
Here we go.
Good pose. Wait. Hot.
This is definitely the ending song for something that's an anime drama.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure you're still trying to play the guitar in this one.
But it's got a harpsichord patch. When these two ladies hit the dance floor, ain't nobody safe.
They like to stay up late night and party, and then at the end of the night, they're definitely watching some sort of movie at home, eating popcorn.
Oh, yeah, you gotta hit the Lawson on the way back, pick up some of those frozen Pinot, the little cones of chocolate-covered ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you walk
Like I know we have like Japanese grocery stores, but can't we just import like a Lawson
That's...
here?
Can we have a pipeline that just pushes out a new Lawson whenever we've used up the fresh one? Plops out.
Here we go.
Ah, from the Keyboard Mania. Again, with the keytarring.
Gotta keep it in production.
I need to have at least 3 trips to Japan. The first one just so I can eat at convenience stores all the time. The second time just for ramen. And then the third time to spread it around a bit. The Japanese winter is painfully cold to Judy, who was born on the West Coast. However, she still delivers a smile full of spirit to everyone without losing it. Japanese winters are just fine.
Well, I mean, it really depends on what part of Japan you're in. Because you can say that about Canada too.
I mean, I've lived in the snowiest part of Japan, so I can confidently say, not that bad. If I ever have to endure another Edmonton winter, that said, Jesus Christ, I will not be able to.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will not be able to deliver a smile full of spirit to everyone without losing it.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. We don't have to endure Edmonton winter anymore. We left.
I know. But I have to keep the memory alive.
That's what happens once a year here when the snow actually kind of shows up.
Then you
Or that one year where it was here for like a week for some reason.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, I'm scared of that.
Definitely, if it snows, make sure you let Adam know.
Mm-hmm. Ah!
He hates the snow.
Does he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He also grew up in the land of snow,
Oh,
from
yes.
what I understand, so yeah.
That definitely, that prairie time.
Yeah.
We'll have the film
I keep forgetting though. Like I keep saying this out loud because I keep forgetting, and it'll snow, and then I'll that'll be like the day I happen to be watching him stream, and I'll be like, "It's snowing," and he'll get mad.
Ah!
Let's get moving.
Best hits. Just because I'm curious.
Best hits. Best hits. No, nothing else.
Only the good ones.
Only the best.
Okay, time to make a commanding presence. That means
We select
Sumire.
Gotta have the commanding hat. Gotta have the commanding outfit.
Oh, she's gonna get her.
Okay. Alright. It's some sort of challenge thing.
Okay.
さて早速ですが、ポップンといえば
この曲抜きには語れない。
I think there's an entire bit about it too that I've now skipped.
Let's see, Sumire, 14-year-old, who along with her minions, the Hiro Mimi Usagi Corps, passionately devotes herself to disturbing the peace of the universe. They do always end up failing, so she's a villain.
I mean,
I'm glad she's really into her work.
I can get behind her mission too.
Also, I really like her little minions. They're very cute looking.
Yeah. Ow.
Alright, the other one. Rie?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Rie-chan, 18-year-old girl.
Really?
Don't believe you. Enrolled in clothing design school. Big fan of Sugi-kun. In love with his sweet singing voice from Shibuya. She really likes the British rock bands of the 80s. She is not 18. I refuse to believe that. You can't tell me that she's 18. Oh, but the minions are great. Look
Oh,
at them
yeah.
bringing out those burgers.
Yeah. I think they're both great. But they are clearly both not 18.
No, the other one's definitely 14.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't believe that Rie-chan is 18.
Shinpachi.
90年代の J-POP を彷彿とさせるシンパシー。
俺もポケットの手つなぎて
Usual Days。
You drop bass?
We drop bass.
You drop bass.
Oh, usual days.
Ah!
That's... I don't know if that's... Ah! Double sumine.
Does this... Okay, if Sumire always fails, and there's two of her, does that mean they're both gonna fail?
I'm gonna say that this is an internal battle.
Ah. Okay.
Wow. Sumire's dislikes. I hate weaklings. Quote, please remember, the road to evil was not built in a day. Devote yourself daily.
Fair enough. You got goals, you gotta work on them.
Daily.
Bet she has the Bujo for it.
I get the feeling Rie has a Bujo. I think Sumire has.
I feel like Rie has a mood board.
I think Sumire just has people for that.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Gotta delegate. Otherwise, why do you have minions?
And as a military dictator, I'm pretty sure bullet journal means something completely different for her.
Fair enough.
Ugh, gonna have to murder this person. Better make a note in my bullet journal. Wow, you Bujo? Not exactly.
I have somebody else do it for me. They take notes.
It's more of a bullet club, and again, different from the other one. Ooh. Naito Auto. So we're gonna have a night out.
You push the back
I did
button.
push the back button.
No night out for anyone.
Nope.
Night over.
We selecta.
Mimi, what you got for me? Okay, yes, you. Okay, we can continue to try to poppin'.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fine then.
Now we got some dance moves. Thank you, Mimi.
Yeah, I can do those. One of Mimi's favorite hobbies are chatting and shopping. She seems to be searching for adorable accessories that catch her eye. She also loves rabbit goods, but hates tomato juice.
Why?
Hey, I like tomato juice. I don't like tomatoes.
Okay.
But today, because I bought like this little veggie tray thing and it had a couple of cherry tomatoes in it, and I was just like, alright, maybe I'm wrong. And I tried to eat one, and it like burst in a weird way and made a mess.
Oh no.
And I just decided, no,
You're
I was
done with
right all along.
tomatoes.
Also, it didn't taste very good.
Oh, that's a shame. Because that's a shame because tomatoes are actually really good right now in general. But, yeah.
I can deal with tomatoes if they're like on a sandwich with other stuff, but like alone, just doesn't. Nah.
Certain foods do certain things for certain people. I, for one, can't deal with Korean cheese sausages for children.
I don't think those should be legally made.
I concur.
Just based on the way they look, to be honest. I've never tried one. I do not want to, and those should be illegal.
They are quite popular, but they are not for me. Illegal in my mouth. I'm upset because I almost managed to do a full combo on that last song.
Oh. Yeah, I think out of all the things I'd like, or rather dislike, I would rather eat a blueberry again than eat another tomato.
Oh, blueberries are such a roll of the dice, though.
I know.
Like, a good blueberry is great, and you can get a lot of good blueberries. A mediocre blueberry, you get some tart flavor, it's okay. But then you're just gonna find one of those ones that's half pushed in, covered in mold, and you're not gonna find out about it before you put it in your mouth, and it's gonna be terrible. Because they're always hiding. Blueberries are one of those things that I wash and then examine every one afterwards.
I'm just not big on them. It's the little. It's like eating Saskatoons.
Mm-hmm.
I also not big on that. Like it's the little
seeds
and the tiny. I don't know. There's something about the mouthfeel of it, and I associate it with the taste now too. So it's not
fair.
great, but
これまたポップンの原点と
Ah, we're back to the rap, man.
yeah, cherries can be the same, but they are bigger and much easier to find mold. Also, cherries are actually delicious.
Yeah, I find that cherries being larger makes them easier to find the bad ones. What I do miss most about the Saskatoons, though, is the distinctive taste of them. They've got this waxy flavor to them a bit, but that's part of the seed situation. Yeah. I won't remind you about the taste of Saskatoons.
It's annoying because if you go to the store and it says, "Oh, this is a berry thing," and it doesn't list what the berries are, because it's like there's lots of berries that are delicious, but also they won't tell you exactly which ones they put in it.
I'm having that problem right now.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a field berry sour. Which field berries? Who knows? Yep, they don't even on the back. Our field berry sour captures the essence of summer with refreshing tart berries and a juicy crisp finish.
そして今ではポップンといえばネオワコ
That's not helpful.
No?
フライハイヤー
Sound the star.
Oh, okay, good. On the ingredients, on the instructions. Raspberry,
Okay, that makes sense.
blueberry, blackberry, strawberry.
Blackberries are pretty good.
Blackberries here are great. I should take the time to actually pick some blackberries this year. I keep telling myself to do it every year. Nope. Oh, between myself, no, they didn't cut it with apple. You see, when you add apple to something here in Canada, apparently it now counts as a partial cider and you can charge more for it. doesn't do it exactly the best, but I still love the fact that you are playing the music in pop music in addition to just listening to it.
I mean, that's why, like,
Good.
the Frederick games, I'd really love it if we could get an actual keyboard thing set up so you're actually playing a piano instead of
The keyboard, which
Yeah.
I have to then yank keys out of each time.
Have they fixed that yet? No, they haven't.
Nope. I hope that never gets fixed.
I don't think it will. I've seen people complain about it and they don't do anything about it. And I'm like, it's not that hard to fix. So I'm not going to fix it for them.
Well, there's nothing wrong. According to us, there's nothing to fix, Heather.
That's right. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is broken. But still, if they're going to complain about it, they should do it themselves.
Did this please the hamburger people? We'll find out. What does the lady in the sky say?
Good.
She smiles!
Excellent. Shall we take a break?
Yes! Before we get into Aidoru Garu, which will be our next one. Get up, stretch your legs, swap your fluids, do the same as we do, and we'll be back in just a few. Don't go all the way away.
Hello!
I'd call that good timing. Hello! Please pay no attention to the peeking through of the edges of the sprite on this red hamburger person. If you watch very closely, you can see the edges of his bounding
This
box.
little box.
ベスト10って何曲あるんだろうね。
さあ12曲ぐらいじゃないの？
That way, yeah, looking that way. Don't you talk that way to me. All right.
若き日のジュディの登場ね。
そういえばジュディってずーっと失恋し続けてるよね。
それを言うなら私たち
Oh,
トップ
also,
なんだって。
thanks for the raid, Adam.
Yes.
I hope your Pokemon thing went well. Even if it didn't.
I hope you caught them all, if that's what you were trying to do.
I'm not sure that's even possible in that kind of thing he's doing. I hope you made it past Rock this time.
Honestly, I think if you're gonna try and catch them all, you do a much better job laying a bunch of traps. Oh, Flareon, that's one I know. That's the only one that can achieve all three of the evolutions, I think.
It's one of the evolutions of the Eevee, yes.
All I know about it is everything I learned from Ariel and Prince Adam?
Like the Little Mermaid taught you about Pokemon?
Yeah. What's his name? Neil Cicerega did a bit about that.
When you say Prince Adam, you mean like Masters of the Universe.
No, I mean the prince from The Little Mermaid, who I'm thinking was Adam. But man, that would have been a much better crossover.
I don't know if they ever gave him an actual name. No, wait, it's Eric.
Eric, that's it. Thank you. You can't not do him.
Well, that's what Ariel's problem was.
Yeah, right? 8 legs. Maybe more.
So good.
Yeah, Eevee is the base normal type one that can evolve into either Flareon, Vaporeon, or shoot, what's the electric one? I can't remember. There's an electric one as well.
Jolteon.
Jolteon, yes. In the first game, it's just the 3.
We select
They added some later,
We select
including the one that has a skin scarf. You can't tell me that Sylveon doesn't have a skin scarf.
I'm suddenly a lot more interested in the skin
it's-
scarf.
The stuff you want to find out about Pokemon is the creepy stuff
小滝
about
のジュディの
Pokemon.
登
Yeah.
場ね
Like the mask that's a ghost that's made of human souls.
Definitely in.
Or the one that has the skin pants, Craigie, or whatever his name is.
Oh yes, famous Pokemon Cranky Kong with his skin pants. This Kong's outside and he wants in. This Kong is wearing pants of skin. DK, Donkey Kong.
On chat's right, it's Craigie.
Uh,
Like, I don't have to be a Pokemon expert. I just play one on TV sometimes. For one video.
I figured we should do the responsible thing and play as the only character that we know is canonically 18.
Still don't believe that.
We're gonna need to see some ID here, Rie.
Like, I've watched enough anime. I know everyone says they're 9,000, but they're liars.
Wait, are you saying the scouter is just there to actually gauge people's age and not their power level?
Yeah, and it's badly calibrated.
Okay, good, good. Big chunky souls.
I feel so good.
ドゥイのリーダーユーリはこの曲が初登場なのよね
第8位
White Birds
Okay. Daihachi, White Birds. This is good because it means we get to revisit some of the songs and do better than the first time.
That's true.
You know what? I think it's been long enough.
It's been long enough?
I think, well, not today.
It's been long enough.
But it's been long enough. It's time for us to bring back the Donkey Kongas.
Yeah, we could bring back the Donkey Kong.
Just for one day.
Yeah, I think you're right. Gotta dust off those drums.
Like, this got me thinking about our love of peripherals.
They're so good. Mostly. Sometimes.
Which reminds me, with consent, at some point we're going to have to put you into the VR world to experience Space Channel
Yes,
5
I
with
do
Hatsune
want.
Miku.
I do want to see that.
Good.
I.
バリバリの新着だぜ
It's great because if you twist your wrist to the side, you can see chat. And if you keep twisting your wrist, it actually just, like, flips around.
Falls off at one point?
Oh, no! I tried, believe me. This is boy music if I ever heard it.
I mean, it's probably been long enough. We could just go down like a whole nostalgia trip of some of our favorites. We could bring back original Rhythm Heaven.
Yep. Oh, man.
Maybe some Owen Dawn. We haven't done Owen Dawn in a long time.
I'm thinking, Heather, just as a way to fill up the pipes again for us, maybe we should consider a month or a stretch of time for us to count down our top 10 favorite rhythm games.
Ooh.
Now, I know this will incur some work from us in terms of thinking about that.
Yeah, that's definitely not like we're getting on that like next week kind of thing, but yeah. My top 10, huh? I do think there are some things that we need to give another shot at. That didn't maybe work super well the first time, like the DDR pad with Dark Souls.
True.
I think we need to give that another proper shot.
Okay, so maybe then let's consider...
Not as part of the top 10.
Oh yeah, not as a
clearly,
top 10.
because that's not.
But we should definitely, give a second chance month. There we go. There's the next 2 months of our stuff covered.
We should make separate lists and then compare them. I mean, probably.
Yep.
We could do.
こういう静かな
I absolutely expect there to be overlap, and I think there should be overlap because it means it's one less show that we need to put on.
I think it would be weird if we had no overlap, given that the games that we've played and enjoyed. I just think that would be really odd.
Huh. I've heard of Agatha, but Agaha is a new one on me. But God, yeah, we will absolutely be seeing a return of Sayonara Where All Hearts, I think.
That was so good.
We haven't finished a musical story either.
That's because we tried really hard,
Yeah.
and then we got a little tired.
Yeah. But it's been long enough that I've forgotten it.
We could probably go back to it a little bit.
So Ageha was the second alien that was sent to invade Earth. She herself seems crazy to find her senior, who she greatly adores. Where is older sister Kelly? Now, she might be referring to the other Beat Money series, or it wasn't Beat Money, but it was definitely in the list. And again, game we'll probably see again.
I feel so good.
Bust a Groove.
Bust groove. Yeah.
Yes. Or Bust a Move if you're
And depending on
Japanese.
your era.
Deathlock.
タイマーのデビュー曲デジロック
すっごい人気よね。
惜しくもランク入りは逃したけどたく
I
さんの
still-
リクエストをいただい
I
たのも
still don't
うなずけるね
understand why, when we have VR, why Para Para doesn't exist in VR yet.
That's a very good point. Yeah. It's all
Because it seems like actually the appropriate. You actually get to make the hand movements in the right way.
but everyone's all horny for Beat Saber.
I mean, Beat Saber is pretty fun. We do have the sequel to Demo to get to at some point as well.
Right. I kept
Demo has a sequel. I don't know how that game ended with well, ghosts essentially. But hey, you know.
I think I've been waiting for the movie before I considered
Oh.
taking the sequel.
That's fair. That's fair. Is the movie not out yet? I thought it was already.
It might have been out in theaters.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll have to wait past that.
Oh no.
So MTV says, I looked up the Best of Groove wiki for Kelly and I hate you, Ian, and then wrote, Kelly is an investment banker and secretary who used to have an obsession for men and wants to find a man. She bought a rabbit jumpsuit to dress in when she is a guest at secret parties. She seems worried about her jumpsuit and how costly it might be to repair it.
That's Kelly. Don't look up the Hamburger Man or
すっごい人気よね。
or Gas O.
ランク入りは逃したけどたくさんのリクエストをいただいた
Honestly, really, the Busted Groove characters are
恋人よ
only
バラ色に染まれ
slightly weirder than these characters. Only slightly. Okay, this is the fun part. Busted, there need to be more Rhythm Heaven games
Yes?
before I can say that their characters have anything anywhere near the history of the pop and music.
I mean, there just needs to be more Rhythm Heaven games.
Yes, yes.
Full stop. Where's my Rhythm Heaven Switch game?
Right? Don't tell me Reggie hated those two.
Reggie, known video game, rhythm game hater. Honestly, he probably. I find it hard to believe that he would have even known of those much.
I choose to believe that he takes an 8-hour shift once a month at GameStop and retail just so that just on the off chance that someone comes by with a rhythm heaven game, so you can just tear it in half in front of their face. You get nothing, sir. Good day. Bring not to me your donkey controllers. I cast thee out of the GameStop, for I am Reggie Fils-Ami.
イントロが始まっただけで吸い寄せられるような魅力を放つハート大
Rhythm Heaven's the one with the airplane badminton? Yes. It is one of those. That is one of them.
That's a thing to latch onto. Bam, bam, bam.
泣かないで本当の孤独も知らないまだ淡い花びらに涙
Liquor Spine says, has anyone mentioned Reggie doesn't work at GameStop anymore? Yeah, no, he was on the board of directors for, I want to say it's just less than a year.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
It sounded like some people had some ideas of what they want to do and weren't really interested in his input, and so he left. Which, you know, fair enough. He mostly does he's doing book tour interview things right now, but I'm pretty sure he also does some lecture stuff at certain schools.
He's
whatnot.
entered that stage of his career.
Yeah. Business guy does business things.
Yep.
I'm more if I'm gonna be mad at him for anything, it's gonna be for his hot take of NFTs make sense, and maybe someone would potentially want to buy my Animal Crossing town. Because I still say, if the video game industry wanted to do something good with NFTs, which I don't believe they do, they would make the second place digital marketplace happen.
Oh yeah.
And they won't.
Oh no! If there's one company that has made it very clear that they do not want any form of a secondary market on anything that is related to them, it's Nintendo.
Basically all video games. They don't want a secondary
But
market at
Nintendo's
all.
very, very, very litigious happy about any of that.
Oh, also GameStop started an NFT
たま
thing.
んないねこの渋さ
It,
だか
I
ら
don't
っていきなりキャラ変わった
just
ら
waiting
びっ
for
くりするやんか
them to die.
it was LimeWire that I just saw the other day that was the most cursed comeback of all time. Yes, LimeWire's back now in NFT marketplace form.
Nope.
Yeah. Yo, listen.
Oh no, Reese, it's the same LimeWire. They own the property, they own the name, therefore it's the same thing. That's how legally things work. So we'll put LimeWire in the same bin as Polaroid, Technicolor, Kodak, I think, is also now a zombie brand. Atari. Oh yeah, no, all your.
Oh, I
favorite-
mean Atari I knew.
Continental.
Like the breakfast?
Oh no, the the automotive electronics brand. Yeah, it's. Yeah, everything you used to love is now just owned by a Chinese holding company to pump out products. Oh yeah, Radio Shack 2. That's another one.
I thought they completely died.
They did, and then someone brought the brand name and made it into an NFT broker.
I feel so good.
Kill your childhood while it's young. Sukai.
切ないね
Sky.
I watched a video the other day of a person who it's a neat idea actually. They were taking magic cards, not expensive ones, before anyone freaks out about that. And they were cutting circles out of them and pasting them to
Yeah, hog-like things.
little round wooden things to act as artwork for D&D type games to
tokens.
have tokens and stuff out. And it's like, this is actually a really good way to use some old cards and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You invented Pogs.
Yep.
Pogs would make really great D&D tokens.
Yep.
You could have Batman on them.
And then someone absolutely did the joke post of that included the Black Lotus.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, they did. See, I specifically remember Pogs around the time of Batman and Robin because McDonald's was giving those out as part of the Happy Meal thing.
Oh God.
And they were partially glow in the dark.
I was on the Pog train. But I think I really just enjoyed the slammers more than anything.
The slammers were the coolest part.
Yeah.
They were more expensive and kind of harder to get sometimes.
But also sometimes made of metal.
Yeah.
Did you have a brass saw blade?
No.
Aw.
I did have one that was made of metal, but it wasn't as cool as the saw blade. Pogs was a terrible game,
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
but as like a collectible card type thing, it
was also not very
It
good.
was fine. It didn't last very long around my school.
No. We got banned pretty quickly on ours too, so that meant we couldn't play the game
Oh no
itself.
The fad of it didn't last in our school long enough for them to ban it.
Oh wow, okay.
It really only lasted about a month. Like they were still a thing, people were still doing them, but we didn't actually have that become a thing in school or enough. Tamagotchis, on the other hand, got banned because they were too distracting. And I knew one of my classmates had like 9 of them.
Thank you for pronouncing it that way too, because I have been doing Tamagotchi for the longest time. I just finished reading a book about it was Matt Alt's Pure Invention, which goes over the rise of Japanese influence amongst leisure culture in the West, and how basically Japan is a barometer for all things that came to be in the rest of the world. And they go over Tamagotchis. And I will never forget to pronounce it Tamagotchi again. Because it's right there in the name. Tamago.
Yeah.
Egg.
Egg friend.
Yes. But a fantastic book. If you're looking for a good read or a good listen, Matt Alt really breaks down some really interesting stuff about Japanese popular culture and its movements towards the West, including
What was it called again?
Pure Invention.
Okay.
Do you do audiobooks at all?
I haven't yet, but I probably could.
Let's talk after the show. For my own personal use, I've put together an RSS feed that's password protected of all of my audiobooks that I then pump into my podcast player.
Oh, that would make that a lot easier.
Yeah, so it makes it a lot easier to get, and then I get to take advantage of the smart speed and voice enhancement of the podcast player as well. But recently I found out about another program that links into Plex. And you set up a separate music library just for your audiobooks, and it hooks into that. Anyway, share your stuff with your friends, folks. Wait, did that just say give me your pain in the Pac-Man font at the top and I just noticed it before it went away?
I didn't see it, so I can neither confirm nor deny, but we have a VOD for playback.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the tapes here, I think.
第6位パワーフォーク
Are we ready for the power fork?
Are we going to lunch?
Power folk, right.
Power folk. That makes a little more sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not against audiobooks. I have to be in the right. And I have this issue with podcasts too. I have to be doing the right activity so that I don't get distracted to stop listening to what is being said.
Right.
But also, I can't be doing the activity that's too boring. That just lets me kind of like veer off the other way either. So, in a weird way, like physically reading a book can be really good for me because it gives my eyes something to do. I used to try to listen to podcasts when I did sewing homework. I was just like, oh, well, sewing, that'll be fine, right? And it's like, nope, I stopped listening to everything because it's actually really distracting trying to learn a new thing
Right.
and keep up with what you're doing. Takes a little more concentration than you expect.
I can get that. Oh, God. I can't listen to podcasts or do actual work when I'm doing like design work for my day job. It doesn't mesh right with me.
I was listening to podcasts when I was doing the biking in the morning, but I've also found that I have an easier time doing my biking if I'm just listening to music than if I'm listening to podcasts.
It's a little bit a little more.
More energetic.
Yeah.
A little bit more. When you bump the level up and you're just kind of trying to concentrate on moving.
Yeah.
Sometimes the
優しい歌声が癒してくれるね
trying to listen to what people are saying is not helping in that way.
代表曲かも
Was unexpected.
ところでポエットってどんどん成長してる気がしない
Well, at least you're not on the Peloton train. Oh, God!
Oh no, their eyes also had boxes.
Honestly, for some reason, like, weirdly, I view exercise as one of those things I don't want anyone to know I'm doing. It's like it's shameful.
Like, what do you mean you don't want anyone to know that you're doing it? Like, in what way?
I don't want anyone to see it. I don't want to tell anyone that I'm exercising.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want them to know that it's happening.
I mean, I don't like it when people watch me exercising. That's why I don't go to a gym.
Like, I don't want people to know that I am ever exercising or fit. I think no,
Sorry, just the fit.
I think it stems from my prejudice against fitness people. They're fucking smug eyes and like, oh, I go to the gym and lift these things and can bike for 20 minutes and have the time to do that in my life. I'm so much better than you.
I'm not comfortable with doing the let me tweet my gains thing. So I don't tweet about what I do for exercise generally. And I certainly don't like it when people are in the same room as me while I'm exercising. Which is partially why I do it in the morning when Beach isn't awake yet. Sometimes he wakes up and it's just very like, wish you weren't here right now.
Yep.
Which is funny. It's not like he's doing anything. He's not even paying attention to what I'm doing. But I'm just like, there's another human being that might see me sweat. Blah.
I feel so
Being
good.
bleh.
Might see me doing this repetitive, ridiculous, useless activity.
Might see me huffing and puffing and asking,
びっくりするくらいシンプルなのに
what?
そう
Are you okay?
魔法のように
Yes, I'm
ノ
fine.
ートに散りばめられてるのよね
How do I feel about Adam? Love him. He's a great
セン
dude.
スってもんなのかな
He has interests that are different than my interests. And that's okay. I think basically the thing is I look at fit people the way that normal people look at anime fans.
I do want to stress that I think when you say fit people, you don't mean people who are being fit or trying to work out necessarily.
No.
More like the lifestyle people.
Yes, thank you.
That you see who have like the fashion yoga stuff. That kind of.
People have made that their being. I gotta be very careful not to step on any toes here.
Yeah, I just like I know that's like, oh, what? How does Ian feel about Adam? And like that's not what Ian means. Ian doesn't mean Adam.
Yeah. Adam doesn't shove me in a locker and threaten to pee on me. Like what I'm saying is I got some trauma from high school I need to unpack. I'm 40-year-olds. Why do I have this trauma?
I don't think the trauma from high school actually ever leaves a person.
Oh, I don't think so at all.
To be
It's
honest.
incredibly formative years. And we do a real disservice by forcing people to interact with each other at that time. Ah! There we go. I'm just going through the chat and seeing Jubail say, "Yay, Rhythm Cafe is back." It's like, do you mean just the show is on, or that this is the content you're here for? Which case?
I'm good
Welcome.
with those.
Yeah.
これはもともとビートマニアに入ってた曲なんだよね
Yeah, I
サラちゃん
remember.
のボーカルが
Every now and then, I remember being in like,
あれ
is it grade
Oh.
6? Being in the computer room,
どこ行った
printing off the fanfic at the computer, in the computer room, to read later because I was only allowed so much internet time at home. And random 7th grader asking me if I wanted to be popular. And I was just like, I don't even know who the hell you are. They wanted me to like show them something. I can't remember quite what. But that was their like, oh, if you do this thing, then I'll make you popular. And like, I already know I'm not. I ain't here for whatever this is, person I do not know. She was really upset by the fact that I didn't care.
Yeah.
Also, I'm really glad she didn't notice that I was printing off that Sailor Moon fanfic. Although maybe if she had, she would have known that this was not the person to ask that question to.
Ma'am, can you see that I'm printing off fan fiction?
Also, please don't tell the school I'm doing this, 'cause I'm pretty sure they tell me to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Wasted so much paper.
I wouldn't worry too much about that aspect of it. If you saw how many binders full of Rift's Veritech specs I had on my shelf, printed off on the school printer, in that brief time before we had paper quotas.
I'm trying to remember the name. I ended up reading for a while. I got really into Legend of Zelda fanfiction, and there was a person who was writing I didn't realize it was a crossover. I thought it was just
Good.
Zelda with like a bunch of OCs. And then I found out it was a crossover with a book series that I ended up reading. But I can't remember the name of the series now. It was a fantasy series, like it meshed really well. And I just like, oh yeah, I used to read fanfics and then I'd find other literature through it. I mean, sometimes I still read fanfics. Shouldn't say used to. I just don't dedicate as much time into it as I used to.
Okay, now these days the closest thing I'll read to a fan fiction is the business section of the newspaper. I never actually got into fan fiction either, to be honest. But I think that might have something to do with the fact that the timelines I was interested in terms of series as a kid were just complicated enough on their own.
I mean, I really liked writing. So it's just another area to write in. It was also kind of one of those when you want more of something and you know there's not going to be more of something.
Oh yeah, no, I can totally get behind that. I do think we, as a society, do a disservice by relegating it to, quote, fan fiction. Because it's the only thing that's keeping it... Okay, look, I'm a fan of Gundam, and Star Trek, and Star Wars. The only thing separating fan fiction from fiction is who did the publishing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you look at some of the spin-offs of Gundam, and it's like, no, this is clearly just someone was paid to write this, and that's what makes it fiction versus...
I feel so good.
Like, honestly, you should feel better about yourself by calling yourself an amateur novelist rather than a fiction writer.
第5位にランクインはホラ
妖怪 Z の歌
ーポップンって
And that's not even getting into the issue of the fact of things like the Twilight series, etc., being...
Oh, right, yeah, the
initially-
whole thing of like, it starts as this, but then...
Yeah, well, just the number of authors who have been published because of work and practice they got writing fan fiction.
I mean, I do wish that we had more of a, what is it, comic cat kind of
mindset?
comic circle thing here.
Yeah.
Because I'd be really into reading comics and stuff like that in that vein. And it just seems like it's not only sanctioned but expected.
It's just quietly not aggressively cut down. But my experience with the way that the Japanese culture treats hobbies versus the way they're treated here is completely different as well.
That's true. I mean, the little I understand of that, based on watching anime, it is a very different thing.
They have a very good separation between work and home and personal life. Very different from what we mean by separation of personal and work life, but it's very clear and it allows for that sort of thing.
So I could really go for some of their hobby shops been over here.
Oh yeah.
I still remember when we went to Japan, I bought some craft books based on what I could tell from the imagery, being like, okay, I can figure out enough of this without having to actually learn what is being written, and the confusion on their face when I didn't speak the language.
No.
But I knew exactly what order all the questions they were asking me were in, so I just answered them in the correct order. Because every store I went to, after I saw the sheet, because they had like the sheet that had the English version,
Yep.
I realized, oh, these are all in the same order every store I go to.
Yep.
And the only time that really backfired was the one store that asked me out of order.
No. You told them you didn't want a bag. They just wanted to know if you wanted to pay by card.
Yeah. I think there was something about a points card that got thrown in there that messed up with the flow that I got used to.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do it.
And of course, that was like the one time that Beach was like had to like go off to the bathroom or something. So I was actually by myself in that moment.
Why are you here?
Live on location.
I'm glad I stayed around for the O.
Antonio, a showy man born in Spain. His saber technique is godly, and he fell in love with Anita at first sight during a trip. His birthday is the same as Antonio Banderas.
What? Important.
Look, it's very important. It's birthday, blood type,
Yep.
and there's like a third one. Star sign. It's not always in there, I guess.
I think we might have to do that one again, unfortunately. Whoops. Yeah, star sign is, I think, technically part of your birthday, but Chinese.
Oh, right, like
yeah.
Zodiac.
Yes. The other
Right, because
Zodiac.
that's a year-based thing.
準備がつながりました。
What? No blood type? That's the thing I like really a lot about. I just think it's funny.
That's how you know if you can save their life.
Have you ever played Watam?
Maybe. What is Watam? W-A-T-T-A-M?
Yeah.
Let me see.
You will know based on the image if you've played it or not.
Yeah. Sorry, I was conflating with Wakfu, which people keep telling me to watch too.
No, these are definitely different.
Yeah. Watam. Oh! Yes! No, I haven't, but
Oh, you should.
Yeah. It was on the list, and then it just kind of disappeared from everyone talking about it.
Because as far as I'm concerned, it's fantastic. But also, every object has a profile.
Yeah.
They all have blood types.
Is it Keita Takeshi, is it? Or is that the person behind Katamari?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I know them because they work pretty closely with Panic a lot.
It's a lot of fun as a game.
It feels like it. Or rather, it looks like it.
It's yeah. Also, I'm not generally I kind of do the PlayStation trophy thing a little bit, like, or achievements or whatever. I'm not really big into that, but I do like doing them. And the Watam ones spelt spell out "thanks for playing" or something like when you get them all. And I just thought,
Less
I'm just
than
like,
for that.
oh, you put a lot more thought into this. This is great.
Beats non-stop.
It made me very happy when I realized that's what was going on.
That's the sort of attention to detail that I really like. All right, for our last one, let's throw in Rie and Hoodie Rie. Try to poppin'. Now we're still in the there we go. The carnival.
We're in the carnival. Yeah, I know.
Goodbye.
I know Corey
何
and
が起こったの？
Cameron played through it for Talking Simulator,
あれ？
which I'm only mentioning for chat because if you haven't seen Wadham, you should check out Wadham. It's the kind of game we need.
Yeah, more of. Yeah, the music is not all hard-coded. There are certain bits of the music that are tied to what we're pushing.
I think it says "Are you happy?" behind Rie. I would also, because Harry seems unlikely, but a good substitute. I would also go with "Are you hungry?"
Mm-hmm.
This is just a good question to ask.
I mean, the thing
Maybe
is,
an easier question to answer than "Are you happy?"
again, because she's the only character we know is 18, most vowels for that second letter are valid. It's okay.
Sometimes Ian wants to toot the horn. That's fine.
Toot the horn. Oh, hippie. Yeah, hippie too. Yeah, yes, the Hong Kongs. That's right. That's what they were referred to in Yakuza.
Should we do more or wrap up?
Oh, that's a good question. You can probably grab one more.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'll talk about a few of our channels here.
It'll take us a while to get through them all now.
Exactly. Gotta talk about, first of all, loadingreadyrun.com. That's where you can find all the great shows. If you go to the /live there, you can find links to our schedule, so you can know what shows are coming up, like Is This Your Card? Featuring Benjamin Wheeler, coming up just next. You can also go to youtube.com/loadingreadyrun. That's where all of our premium content is. All the comedy,
That's where some of our our stuff is.
It's getting very hard to describe what goes where these days. But that's the main channel. Then we get into the rest. LRMTG is where we helpfully sequester all of our Magic the Gathering content. youtube.com/loadingreadylive is where you'll find most of our VODs and whatnot. But if you want to check out our video game content specifically, check out youtube.com/LRRVG for the video games. It's a shortening. If you want tabletop games, that's youtube.com/LRRTT. And I believe that is all of them now. Yes! Haha! Got them! You can also find Checkpoint over on there. And, check the chat for a good explanation of what the heck is going on there. You can find me when I'm not streaming here over at tiltyhouse.com or tilty.house. Heather can be found over at
twitch.tv/lunarjade.
And of course, that's it. We want to thank all of you who are so graciously watching us here, just hanging out in the chat, chatting, or lurking in the background and get us on TV or whatnot. But we want to thank specifically those of you who are able to support us financially, either at patreon.com/livingnerdy by keeping the lights on, keeping our pipes clear, and allowing us to have garbage removal, or over at twitch.tv. And we'd like to thank those of you right now.
Before we start that, I do just want to say two things because I've noticed a lot of people have been confused.
Please.
Unskippable, if you were not familiar with it, that is absolutely valid because that show is actually quite old. Is a show where there are unskippable cutscenes that Graham and Paul are making jokes about. It's very similar to MST3K if you're familiar with that. The Let's Nope Express or anything that you see on the youtube.com/LRRVG is not a highlights. It's more of an edited Let's Play. The original long-form VOD of that will still go up on the VOD's channel if that is what you prefer. But I've seen some people think of it as a highlights, and it is kind of, but it is meant to be curated so that you can understand what's going on in the game still. So it is much more like an edited Let's Play. So I just want to point that out because I think within Lure, some of us are so used to what unskippable is already that we have a hard time actually explaining it to people.
Mm-hmm. It's been
And we've never had to for
No.
the longest time. I wasn't even around when they were doing that thing, so I never had to think of like how to talk to anyone about that.
I recommend you just go check it out. And you'll
It's
know
short.
fairly quickly if it's your thing or
So,
not.
you know.
More content for you. That's what you want, right?
Plus, we need to get in as many watch minutes as we can so that we can monetize those channels.
Yes. Please watch all of our things on the new channels repeatedly and on multiple devices, both at your own home and at other people's homes. If you're visiting your parents, maybe just turn on the TV when you're going out to do a family activity and just let it autoplay some of our channels for a while. It's great.
Maybe don't play this last checkpoint on your parents' TV. There's just a lot about internet culture and feet you're gonna have to
Feet.
explain.
Pink
And
feet.
maybe don't. Who are we thanking?
We are thanking a bunch of people, starting with, let's turn off this music so it doesn't
Yeah,
interfere.
that's fair.
We're going to thank, 100 Bears for 23 months of subscription. Thank you.
Form Digini for 19 months.
Ooh, a spike of color spelled correctly. 25 months. Thank you.
Williams for Jesus for 10 months.
Von Schnigowitz, you're here for 7 months. Thank you.
MK Gorgon for 17 months.
99 Problems and Twitch Ain't One has been here for 47 months. Thank you.
Nice. Calathet for 36 months. Happy birthday.
Hey, Radio Wasabi 2014. I know that name. Thanks for coming back.
Command Drud 87. CMD Drud. There were some months there. I actually kind of missed them because I just saw the 87. I
And-
assume you've been here for that long.
Thanks, of course, again to Adam for the Raiders, and as well to Zep Shakur for joining in on that as well. That is going to be it for Rhythm Cafe for this week. We'll be back in a week's time because we keep doing this on a weekly basis. Stay tuned for Wheeler and Is This Your Card? And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. For more rhythm games.
Yes, for more rhythm
The thing that we do.
For more rhythm games, right?
Just rhythm games. Only rhythm games. Only ever rhythm games.